why did Palestinian leaders reject over 1 million COVID vaccine doses from Israel, which could save countless Palestinian lives? Shalom everyone, and welcome to Israel Weekly, coming to you from our Jerusalem studio to share important Israel-related events you may have missed during the week. In today's episode, we are going to look at the misinformation around Israel's vaccine delivery to the Palestinian Authority and break down what really happened. So sit back, relax, and join us as we take a look at what happened in Israel this week. This is Israel Weekly. Let's get started. Over the weekend, Israel began delivering Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines to the Palestinian Authority. This followed an agreement between the two sides to send over 1 million doses. Sadly, the Palestinian Authority rejected the first batch of 100,000 doses and announced they were canceling the whole agreement. They claimed the vaccines were unusable because they were set to expire at the end of June. Without any fact-checking, immediately Israel was blamed and attacked, especially on social media. The Palestinian Authority knew all details and agreed to this deal in advance. It knew that the delivery would contain a first batch of 90,000 vaccines due to expire at the end of June. However, the rest of the vaccines have a longer expiration date. Having said that, the first batch alone was perfectly usable and could have vaccinated 8,000 to 9,000 Palestinians every day for 2 weeks. The batch was identical to vaccines being given to Israelis. Health officials have emphasized that it is standard practice to use vaccines close to expiring as long as the date has not passed. The manufacturers also deemed them perfectly safe. We didn't deliver a single vaccine to the Palestinians that had expired. We delivered the exact same vaccines that we are using right now for our people and our children. The rest of the vaccines, which have longer expiration dates, have not been delivered because the Palestinian Authority canceled the deal. Israel is reportedly trying to continue negotiations to ensure the Palestinian people don't have to wait months to receive much needed and perfectly safe vaccines. The sad truth is this. It seems the Palestinian Authority canceled the deal due to internal political pressure. Palestinian Authority officials had come under heavy criticism on social media after the agreement was announced. They were accused of accepting subpar vaccines and claims were made that they may not be effective. We remind you that according to medical experts, this is not true. Instead of dealing with misinformation, the Palestinian Authority chose to use it for a political attack against Israel. And guess what? In the meantime, other countries have approached Israel asking to take the doses the Palestinian Authority refuses to use. What wasn't good enough for the Palestinians, according to the Palestinian Authority, seems to be good enough for everyone else, including Israel. Despite being attacked by the Palestinian Authority and its officials using this crisis to spread lies about Israel worldwide, Israel is still hoping to complete the deal and help Palestinians stay healthy and safe from the pandemic. This would add to the 100,000 vaccinations Israel has already provided to Palestinian workers. The Palestinian Authority Health Ministry said on Sunday that it will seek to renegotiate the terms of the vaccine deal with Israel. We hope that the Palestinian Authority will come to its senses, choosing the well-being of its own people, so a strong vaccination campaign in the Palestinian Authority can begin soon. And that concludes today's episode. If you want to know more about Israel, make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to share this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We leave you with our favorite Israel moment. Shalom from Israel.
You're not around here that much because you moved to Israel, right?
Yes, yeah, I did. I moved to Tel Aviv. I mean, the idea was that we would spend like 3 to 4 months in Tel Aviv and 3 to 4 months in Los Angeles, and then COVID hit.
Right.
So 3 to 4 months became 9, 12 months, right, in Tel Aviv.
And they figured it out pretty quickly over there, right?
Well, look, I would rather not have been out of my own country against my will, all right, for a year.
Right.
However, if I'm going to be in another country, the country that handled COVID the best,
That's the
all right,
one
it's
to be
probably
in.
the best country to be in.
You live under a lucky star.